also back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful, well, that's not such a cool sky, but it's Atlanta, Georgia. Today is October the 5th, 2024. This is election day. Go vote. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I already voted. I always vote early. No, not a mail-in ballot. I actually go and vote. But anyway, let me put this up. I got a question to ask you guys. Bear with me. Okay. So here's a question. It's very simple. One question. Do you do your prep for your work day? Do you do it the morning that you're getting ready to go start, or do you do it the day before? I'm gonna tell you what I do. I do my prep the day before. So what does that mean? I make sure all the mowers are full, all the stick equipment, edgers, blowers, all that's gassed up. I make sure all my cans have gas in them. The only thing that I do in the morning is I will open the box truck. I will go and check the oil on the mowers every single day, and I'll turn them on and run them for about 5 minutes each, just to make sure that they run, because I want to find out if there's a problem here where I can fix it and not at the first customer's yard. So the only thing that I'm going to be doing is I'll just grab my cooler with my water and electrolytes. I'll grab my route sheet, get in the truck and go. If the truck needed fuel, I already went and got it the day before. Why do I do that when I'm tired? Because it's much easier to do it on the back end, because there's nothing else after that. In other words, let's say that I had to go get fuel for the mower, I had to go get fuel for the truck and all this stuff. I forgot I got to sharpen the blades. Well, now I'm in a frenzy, right? And I don't know, it looks like it's gonna rain again. It's kind of wet out. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna be wasting time doing all that stuff. I like to just ease into the day without any stress or drama. So I can, you know, if I get done at 3, 4 in the afternoon, I just go and do everything I need to do, and then it's done. Because if something weird happens, let's say something happens to the mower, well, I have all day, potentially all night to fix it. But if something happens now it could basically ruin the whole day. So that's the question. Do you do your prep before, the day before, or after? I don't even, normally when we get in the yard and go to the first yard. All right, so it is almost 10 minutes till 8 in the morning. Look at those trees, how they starting to drop their leaves. So I'm going to use this magnetic mount again. I'm changing the resolution. I'm not happy with the way the 4K goes out on this GoPro. I tell you what, I don't know about these GoPros. They're handy, but I prefer the video on my phone, but I don't like recording on my phone unless it's just a little short. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get you guys some footage. I've got, the first yard should have a lot of leaves, at least in the backyard should, but we'll see. So I will see you guys at the first yard. I thought it was going to be. I don't know what kind of those big old fat leaves. At least they're not the sniper leaves. That yard probably has the most leaves total of any yard I have. The first time I came here a couple of years ago, the leaves were piled or had blown up against that white fence in the back, about 5 feet. It was amazing. So, alrighty, it's starting to get warm. Woo, boy. So I did a combination. Normally, I'm going to give you some advice, and you probably already know this. Sometimes I'm kind of hard-headed, and it takes me a while to figure this out. Depending on, and it's always depending on the yard. It's a lot easier to blow whole leaves than it is to blow up the confetti. Now, the reason that I chopped a lot of that up and then blew it through the fence, and there's a ravine down there in a creek, so it's not usable land, but the reason that I did that is because it's super easy to blow the confetti through the fence. It's a lot harder when the leaves pile up. But you know, when I wasn't gonna actually try to cut the yard, but it actually needed mowing. So I probably the next time I go, that will be, I'll just blow the leaves from the front yard to the back so I don't mulch them. It's when you're blowing confetti, I call it confetti, the chopped up leaves across grass, especially when it's a little damp, it tends to stick. So it's just easier to blow whole leaves. But sometimes you don't have that option. Sometimes there's no place to blow the debris, so you have to just hope that you've got good blades that will mulch them up and a good shoot blocker, and that's all you need. You just have to run over it a few times. Oh, here's the other question. How much is y'all's gas? It's like hovering in the 290s around here. I think I paid $2.80 something for the Tundra this morning. But all right, well, let me know that too. If there's anything else interesting, I'll show you guys. Oh, we're gonna do some bushes, but I don't have my tripod, so I'll have to use the mower again as the tripod. I don't know if I really like doing that because I have to keep moving it, but we'll make it work. All right, so I'll see you guys at the bush yard. So I forgot to do the other yard, so we'll do a time lapse of this one. Got some good leafage happening here. right, so you may be, hopefully you're able to see, I had to put the tripod on the power box over there. There was nothing magnetic. But you may be wondering, or it may have looked random when I did the leaves like that. Why did I do it like that? Well, those trees that had dumped the leaves all over the yard, those were river birches, and they mulch up beautifully. The problem is there was so much, I don't know if you guys could see, that the mower was acting like a bulldozer and pushing the leaves, even though I only had about half of the yard over there. Normally I would blow everything out, get it to the center and chomp it up. But because there's a natural area over there, I didn't want to blow the leaves in the natural area because, well, it's a lot of leaves. So I pushed them over as far as I could and just started reducing the mass down to where it was nothing. 'Cause river birch leaves, they mulch up to almost powder. They're probably the best mulching leaf around if they're dry, and they were. The sun has come out and everything's nice and dry. That is zoysia grass. Zoysia has a really tight and dense blade structure, so it's easy to scoot the leaves across the yard with the blower. And then I wanted to mulch them up very near the island or the natural area, so I could just blow the dust, debris. We'll call it confetti, but it's super small. So it worked out really well. But normally I wouldn't do it quite that way. If that natural area had not been there, I probably would have did a quick pass around the yard to get the volume of leaves down, and then blown out all the beds and the curb and between the concrete and anywhere where the grass meets, and then did it, you know, one final time. That way there wouldn't have been as much volume. So it's on a case-by-case basis. It just depends. So anyway, it worked out really well. The backyard didn't have that many leaves, so I didn't bother videoing it. But yeah, it did very well. So the customer will be very pleased. And that's not a leaf cleanup. That's just coming back every 2 week kind of thing. The grass did need cutting just a little bit. But we're gonna have, I think the next 4 days it's supposed to rain. And I don't want to leave those leaves on there because they'll just be harder to mulch up in 2 weeks. So, but anyway, that's right, texting on your phone, at least with video when I'm looking towards the way I'm going. All right, so there's racetrack. It's 289. Let's go to my favorite gas station, the Shell, see what we got. The reason I'm topping off the vehicle, the truck, is because this is my assessment, because it is election day. If Kamala wins, gas prices are going to shoot up because everybody knows she hates oil, and that's probably going to make the market go crazy, and the price of gas will shoot up because they'll have an excuse. If Trump wins, I pretty much am guessing that fuel is going to go down, because I know on day one he will open back up the pipeline, and that will drive prices way down. So I hope he wins. We can't have another 4 years of this nonsense. Anyway, so I'm in Loganville. For anybody that's in Loganville, you probably know this, Brand Road and Grayson Highway. So there's the Shell station I always go to. You know, it's weird, they're building stations like crazy, and then they'll sit there for a year and not open them. The Shell station did the same thing. And it's $2.73 right here. This is the cheapest Shell. If you're in Loganville, the Shell station right here, at the corner of Brand Road and Loganville Highway officially is called. It's the cheapest, and Shell's really good gas. All right, guys, well, I think that's about it. I got one more yard to do, and I'm not going to bother videoing it because it's not going to be of good quality. But so anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Go vote, and well, by the time you see this, the polls will probably be closed unless you're on the West Coast. But I will talk to you guys in the next video.